Welcome back to my channel. On tonight's episode, AITA for exposing my cheating wife to her entire family? Here we go. Hey Reddit, this is a wild ride, and I need to know if I'm the asshole here. So, my 34M wife, Sarah, 32F, and I have been married for 7 years. We have 2 beautiful kids. And until recently, I thought our life was perfect. I work a demanding job, but I always made sure to prioritize family time. Sarah is a stay-at-home mom, and she's always been amazing with the kids. Or so I thought. About 3 months ago, I started noticing that Sarah was acting differently. She was more distant, always on her phone, and started going out with her friends more frequently. I didn't think much of it at first, but the nagging feeling wouldn't go away. So, I did something I never thought I'd do. I checked her phone. What I found shattered me. Sarah had been having an affair with a guy named Mark, 35M, for the past 6 months. The messages were explicit, and it was clear this wasn't just a fling. They were talking about a future together, even discussing plans for our kids. I felt like my world was crashing down around me. I confronted Sarah that night, and after a lot of tears and apologies, she admitted everything. She begged me to keep it between us, promising she'd end things with Mark and work on our marriage. But the trust was gone. I told her I needed time to think and decided to stay with a friend for a few days. Here's where things get messy. While I was away, I received a call from Sarah's sister, Lisa, 30F. She was worried because Sarah had been acting erratic and had confided in her about the affair. Lisa urged me to expose the affair to the entire family to prevent Sarah from hiding it and manipulating the narrative. I thought about it long and hard. On one hand, I didn't want to humiliate Sarah. On the other hand, I felt betrayed and wanted everyone to know the truth. So, I decided to tell her family during a planned family gathering, which happened to be our youngest son's birthday party. Update 1. Hey Reddit, I'm back with an update. Buckle up because things took an unexpected turn. The day of the party, I was a bundle of nerves. I decided to wait until after the cake cutting to drop the bombshell. The party was in full swing. Kids running around, adults chatting and laughing. It felt surreal knowing what was about to happen. After the cake, I stood up and asked for everyone's attention. I took a deep breath and said, I need to tell you all something important. Sarah has been having an affair with a man named Mark for the past 6 months. The room went silent, and you could hear a pin drop. Sarah's face turned white, and she burst into tears. Her parents were in shock, and her dad looked like he was about to explode. Lisa stepped in and confirmed that Sarah had confided in her about the affair. The family was divided. Some were angry at Sarah, others at me for exposing her so publicly. Sarah's mom took the kids upstairs to shield them from the chaos. Sarah ran out of the room, and I followed her. She was hysterical, accusing me of ruining her life. I told her she did that herself by cheating. She screamed at me to leave. So I did. I spent the night at a friend's place, trying to make sense of everything. The next day, I got a call from Sarah's mom. She wanted to talk, so I went over. She was surprisingly calm and wanted to understand why I did what I did. I explained how betrayed I felt and that I couldn't just pretend everything was fine. She understood but urged me to think about the kids and how this would affect them. I've been staying with friends since then, and Sarah's been staying with her parents. We're trying to figure out what to do next. I feel like I'm living in a nightmare. Update 2. Hey everyone, it's been a while since my last update. Things have gotten even crazier, and I need to vent. Sarah and I have been in contact mainly to discuss the kids. She's been trying to make amends, saying she's ended things with Mark and wants to go to counseling. I agreed to go for the sake of the kids, but I'm not sure if I can ever trust her again. A few weeks ago, Sarah's brother, Jake, 28M, called me out of the blue. He said he had some information about Mark that I needed to know. Intrigued, I met up with him, and what he told me was mind-blowing. Apparently, Mark has a history of getting involved with married women. He's done this multiple times, and it's like some twisted game for him. Jake even had proof. Messages from other women who had been in the same situation as Sarah. It was sickening. I confronted Sarah with this information, and she was devastated. She had no idea about Mark's past and felt even more foolish for falling for him. This revelation brought us closer in a weird way, and we started going to counseling. But the twists didn't stop there. One night, after a particularly intense counseling session, Sarah admitted something that floored me. She wasn't the only one who had been unfaithful. She had discovered that I had an emotional affair with a coworker 2 years ago. I was stunned. Yes, I had gotten close to a female coworker, but it never crossed the line into a physical affair. Sarah found messages between us that were a bit too friendly, and she had been harboring this resentment ever since. She never confronted me about it and instead sought solace with Mark. I felt like a hypocrite. While I hadn't physically cheated, I realized that my emotional unavailability had pushed Sarah away. This doesn't excuse her actions, but it made me see things from a different perspective. We're still in counseling, and it's a roller coaster. Some days, I feel like we're making progress. Other days, it feels hopeless. I'm trying to focus on the kids and what's best for them. But it's hard when my own emotions are all over the place. Update 3. Hey Reddit, I never thought I'd be back with another update, but here we are. Hold on tight because this ride isn't over yet. Counseling has been helping, but it's also been revealing some deep-seated issues in our marriage. Sarah and I have both been forced to confront our shortcomings and the ways we've hurt each other. Over the years, it's been brutal, but necessary. A few weeks ago, Sarah dropped another bombshell. She revealed that she might be pregnant. She wasn't sure if the baby was mine or Mark's. And she was terrified. I felt like the ground had been pulled out from under me again. We decided to do a paternity test as soon as possible. The waiting was excruciating. In the meantime, Sarah's family was rallying around her, trying to be supportive. I felt like an outsider. Even though I was still technically her husband, the test results came back, and it was a mix of relief and new anxiety. The baby is mine. While this means there's a chance for us to rebuild our family, it also means a lifetime connection to someone I currently can't fully trust. Sarah has been incredibly remorseful and is doing everything she can to make amends. She's cut all ties with Mark, changed her phone number, and even started seeing a therapist on her own. Despite all this, I still have moments where I don't know if I can ever forgive her. The kids have been my anchor through all of this. They don't fully understand what's going on, but they know something is wrong. I've been trying to be as present as possible for them, but it's hard when my own emotions are such a mess. I've started seeing a therapist too, to help me process everything. It's been helpful, but there's still a long road ahead. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm trying to take it one day at a time. Update 4. Hey Reddit, back again with more twists and turns in this saga. I can't believe everything that's happened since my last update. Sarah and I have been working hard in counseling, and there have been some breakthroughs. We've started communicating more openly and honestly than we ever have before. It's painful, but also healing in a strange way. A few weeks ago, Mark tried to contact Sarah again. He sent her a long email, professing his love and begging her to leave me. Sarah showed me the email immediately, which was a huge step in rebuilding trust. We decided to ignore it, but the stress it caused was palpable. Then, out of the blue, Mark showed up at our house. He was drunk and belligerent, demanding to see Sarah. I called the police, and they escorted him away. This incident made it clear that Mark wasn't going to go away quietly. We decided to file a restraining order against him. The process was stressful, but necessary for our safety and peace of mind. Sarah has been more committed than ever to making things right between us, and I can see the genuine effort she's putting in. We've had some good days where it feels like we're on the right path, but there are still days where the anger and betrayal bubble up, and I don't know if I can get past it. I want to believe in second chances, but it's hard when the wounds are still so fresh. Sarah's family has been supportive, but it's clear they have their own mixed feelings. Some think we should separate for good, while others believe we can work through this. It's exhausting trying to navigate everyone's opinions while also dealing with my own emotions. Final update. Hey Reddit, this will be my final update. It's been a crazy journey, but I think I'm finally at a point where I can see some clarity. After months of counseling, soul-searching, and difficult conversations, Sarah and I have decided to separate. It was a mutual decision, made with the best interests of our kids in mind. We realized that while we can forgive, we can't forget. The trust was too broken to fully repair. We sat down with the kids and explained the situation in a way they could understand. It was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but I know it's for the best. We assured them that we both love them very much and that we will always be a family, even if we're not together. Sarah has moved into an apartment nearby, and we're committed to co-parenting amicably. We've set up a schedule that works for everyone, and so far, it's been going well. The kids are adjusting, and we're making sure they feel loved and supported. As for Mark, he eventually gave up trying to contact Sarah. The restraining order helped, and he seems to have moved on to his next target. I feel sorry for whoever that might be, but I'm relieved he's out of our lives. This whole experience has been a roller coaster of emotions, but it's taught me a lot about myself and what I want in a relationship. I've started focusing on my own well-being, spending more time with friends and family, and pursuing hobbies I had neglected. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm hopeful. I believe that I can find happiness again, whether it's with someone new or on my own. For now, I'm just taking it one day at a time and focusing on being the best dad I can be. Thanks for all your support. Reddit. It's been a wild ride, but I feel like I'm finally coming out the other side. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Curating these posts takes a long time. I upload 5 times a day, and I only ever upload complete Reddit stories. Drop a like, comment what you think, and please subscribe. Until our next time, cheers.